All right, I'm Prof. St. Leon, and this is the story. So today we'll be interviewing Mr. Ifeanyi. Mr. Ifeanyi resides in United Kingdom, UK. So he's been there for a very long time with a lot of experience, leaving Nigeria down to United Kingdom. So today we'll be narrating his story, his ordeals, and his ups and downs, big decisions, small decisions, good and bad decisions, all along the way, both from Nigeria and here in UK. Perhaps we'll see what we also can learn that can make our life easier during our transition process from Nigeria to UK or any other country at all in Africa to United Kingdom or even to United States, Canada, and the likes. So, Ms. Ifeanyi, it's a pleasure having you on our studio today.
You're welcome.
All right, Ms. Ifeanyi, let's really get the ball rolling. First, you were in Nigeria. In fact, you are a Nigerian. You were born and raised in Nigeria before you moved down to United Kingdom. Now, what were you doing in Nigeria before you left?
Okay. Thank you so much, Prof. I Nigeria for since birth anyway, and I schooled in Nigeria all the primary, nursery, primary, secondary, and the uni. Um, After uni, I joined Radio Nigeria. First, I joined bank. Then I worked with bank for 1 year. Then I left bank because I was on contract. So I left them when I got appointment from Radio Nigeria, Enugu Broadcasting House. So I joined them as an administrator, as an admin officer. So along the line, I was still in Radio Nigeria. I joined my dad in his company, which is transportation company. So because the both offices were so close, I started managing my dad's company, which is named by Eastern Mass Transit Limited. So I was working as an admin in Radio Nigeria and also managing my dad's company as a manager there. So it's not been easy, but because uh, by profession I'm an administrator. So uh, by nature, it gives me an edge of what I'm doing, knowing the fact that this is what I studied. So that is what I've been carrying on since ever I've been in Nigeria.
Okay, that's really nice. Now, what made you decide to leave Nigeria to UK? Because you were pretty okay. You had a job. You were manager of that company. Basically, you had two sources of income, so you were fine. So, at what point did you not decide to leave Nigeria, or why did you decide to leave Nigeria to UK?
Well, like you said, I was actually living comfortable. I'm okay. Um, Going by me, if I have to just decide, I don't have any reason to come to UK. But the basic reason why I just left here first is two things anyway, because I actually want to leave Radio Nigeria and focus my dad's company because I am the first son and I know basically someday, sometime I'm going to take over from him. So I'm looking at the company and the standard where he kept his money, he has done it. I know there is need for me to upgrade the level of his standard. So I felt like I needed to have more experience and more education so that I can be able to make the business more standard. So I decided to go to do my master's in business administration, international business administration. So I can be able to take it to a very good, a very high level international wise. Again, I think when on that process, I also look at the level of Nigeria and where Nigeria where we were and where we are heading to, I also see that there is no future in there, regardless, because the poor are getting poorer while the rich are getting richer. So even us that in an average, I won't say that we are the richest, but we that is an average, you can only remain that average and maintain the status quo, but you cannot go more higher. So I look at the future of unborn kids that we are going to bring in. What are they going to lay their hands on? Even if this, what you are working on, or what you are holding crash, what will be their faith and hope? So when I come into UK, I migrated to UK because of my upgrading the business so that I have to have more education, especially in international business. So I go into that international business because of my dad's business. And my aim was after that I will go back and be able to elevate the company from where it is to another level by sharing ideas, more ideas to my dad and the management and all that, because my dad is also in support of that. So, on the process of when I got my admission, I traveled and started going through the school and working at the same time. So I got serious. In fact, UK is also a learning environment where the systems are working. So the system by so doing, where systems are working, everything is working perfect, everything is going on as planned. So my school taught me me going to the school in UK as a master's student was giving me an edge. And also, I was learning a lot of things. While I was schooling, I was also working at the same time. Hustle has become part of me. So I wasn't seeing it as anything, but the challenge was also another thing altogether. So while I was making money, my school fees, I paid half. So half of my school, I paid one third. So the rest was meant to pay it when I came here. So when I came here, I was hustling to make sure I finished my payment, my school fees. I finished my school fees in 3 months. In 3 months of me working and at the same time paying my bills in uni, in my masters, in paying my bills in where I'm staying. So it
Yeah.
wasn't easy, but because I was doing school in the day and working in the night. And from the night, I migrate to school. When I don't have school, I can migrate to another work. After that work, I migrate to another work. So it's not easy. Anyway, it's only the strong can stand it. So when I was making that money, I paid my school fees about some millions because my school fees was £16,000. So, and I think I left with up to 10,000. Yeah, I left up to £8,000 to pay before I get to here. So, for me to pay that kind of money, I think £8,000 should be about 20 million plus or 19 million plus or thereabouts. So, if I can pay this money in 3 months, it's barely what I receive in Nigeria. I receive, I think, 100 and something thousand every month. That aside, that's a basic salary. Then if there is other
Mm.
business, I have bosses in my father's company. So, but I wasn't seeing those ones. But I was seeing myself as a salary earner in Nigeria, and here I'm also a salary earner. I work for my money. So if I can make this money, this so in a month, I got this kind of money, which I barely know that no salary earner in Nigeria is earning it. So then why going back? That's my analysis now. So why going back? Why not stay back and make a lot of money or in fact, a lot of money which you can use to have a very good investment in Nigeria? Because even if you stay in Nigeria from now to 100 years, you might not be able to make it unless God says send a destiny helper, which you don't know how or where? So you have to, in fact, a lot of thinking was in, and from my own analysis, I come to the conclusion that there is no point finish to go back, rather finish to make more money here and go back to invest. So at the same time, also, I felt like it's an avenue for me to get this British paper as well, so that at least my children will have hope. If Nigeria is collapsing, let them have somewhere they can come and and have hope as well. While me will now return home. So when I now see it, I say it's an avenue. I called my dad and told him, man, I'm not coming back. You're still young to take it up from wherever you want, in as much as you need me. But at this time around, I need myself to make more money. You have invested on your own and you are making your money. So I think I need to make my own money because I don't like these vibes that you are sitting on top of your father's money, or you are enjoying your father's money. Some of my friends do tell me that, but I don't like it. So I always like to make my own. Let it go is Ifeanyi's own. uh Then if there's a leftover, that is additional. But you are now self-made. You're just like a Davido who, regardless of his father's money, he make his money. So, and he's proud of it. He's making his money through his channel, and his father is making his money. And today I know that his father has a very, very maximum respect for him, regardless of his money. So I think that is the kind of ideology I have, which I am working to. So that's actually, back to your question, that's actually what made me to come to UK and stay to UK. So by the virtue of my arrangement with my dad, I supposed to have gone back and start the business, continue the business where I already resigned from Radio Nigeria once the decision came up. So to focus on my dad's business. But when I now called him and I have to, it takes a lot for him to understand. But at the end of the day, he saw that I'm not forthcoming back. So even though I do visit, I told him I will be visiting, but you just have to. If there's any idea or any question or any discussion you want us to discuss regarding the business, my phone is always open. But I need to make my own money because there is an opportunity here, you know. Then that opportunity I need to utilize. So, and considering my age and I still have the strength to pursue, so I need to utilize it now. While when I'm now feel like I'm getting weak, and you also, if you are getting too weak, you can also call me. But now you are strong, I am strong. Let us follow our destiny. So I think that's how I found myself in UK, and that's how I'm still in UK.
That's really remarkable, man. Now let's really deep a little bit further. What was your dad's reaction when you actually told him that, say, the initial agreement now has scattered? Because I think it's just like perhaps when you send a girl to the university and you told the girl, say, I'll marry you when you are through to university, and get to university, find a different love, and start telling you, see, this thing will not work. Oh. What was your dad's reaction when you told him, hey, daddy, see, the way it is right now, I'm not sure I'll be coming back. The initial agreement, initial plan will not hold anymore. How did he feel? Like, hey, how did he feel?
But you know how our fathers do. They always like to be in control. They always like to let their other goes. He shouted. He's not, like I said. It is not easy for him for me to convince him. So he wasn't. He felt like I betrayed him. He felt like I just used him, and
Yeah, I understand.
just like what you said, the woman you invested in education, at the end of the day, say he's not going to marry you. So, but he's my father. I know
Yeah.
he will definitely come back. So I keep calling him, and because I know that he invested in me. So and he also know that I will not disappoint him regardless. Even when I was working with him, he wasn't paying me, because I know his property, his thing is my own thing. So I don't need his payment. All I need is the business to grow, so that I also know that if he's not there, I am there. So the only I benefit well, even more than whatever he's going to pay me, because I have bosses there. Even while before I started having bosses there, when I was when I finished my university, that's when I started buying my own bus. So
Mm.
about 8 buses. Yes,
Mm.
so when he has, but all the buses is through him, because if my money is not complete, how will that is complete? He likes motivation. He knows that the fact that you come and you said you have this, please complete. You understand? But if you say you don't have at all, that if you use his own money to do it, that is where you have problem. But for the fact that you have something and you have something to present on the table, he will not listen to you and know that yes, you have a plan. So once I save up some money. I told him, see, I have this, and that this is what I want to invest this money with, but it's not yet complete. And I said, okay, he's a businessman. Okay, he's not going to put me interest, but how do you intend to pay back? Let us draw a table and know how much you'll be paying me every month. So because the boss he will already be registered in the company. So whatever in and outflow of the business in there, he knows. So I always tell him once the boss starts work, every money he drops, I will share into two and give you one, and pay you and pay and use the half and offsetting the loan I say he gave me. So I try as much as possible to offset what he gives me. So with that, he believes in me. So the only thing is that it took me a little while to convince him, because he actually needed help. But there is difference between family and outsider. Even then, he has the confidence to even not to come work or even to travel. But if I'm not there, he will always like make sure that he's there, because the supervisor and the other manager, he cannot trust them 100%. You know,
Obviously,
Even
obviously, that's
when
it.
but if your son is there, even if your son is eating the money, you will still be at rest. You know, but when it's an outsider, like somebody you are paying and also frauding you, so it's heartbroken. So I understand the angle he's coming from, but at the same time, I also need my own peace. I also need my own money.
I
So
agree with you, man. I really agree with you. I
so
think
I actually convinced him. Point, he accepted. He said, "Okay, fine, do your thing. Just keep me posted. Whatever. We'll still talking. If there's anything, I also sometimes I called him. I called the manager. What's going on? How is everything? Or what's the update and all that." He also knows that interest is still there. It's just that I still need to make some things out of myself personally.
I agree with you. I agree. Now let's look at it. Experience they say is perhaps the best teacher to some persons, while some other person said no need to experience it, just learn from other persons. Now, based
Yeah.
on your experience now coming to UK, if you are to come to UK again, I'm sure along the line you made some few mistakes and all that. If you are to come to UK again, let's say afresh, to start afresh, what would you have done differently?
Well, there's always a mistakes at the beginning. Always, like sometimes I need to go back to my mother's home so that I can come out, so I can be able to start another eye fresh. Because there are some mistakes I
Yeah,
made growing up. I have some setbacks. I shouldn't be like this, but because you don't have a direction, you don't have an information. Don't forget, information is the key. So
yeah.
if you lack information in your life, you definitely have a setback. So I actually felt like if I have to come back to UK again, uh, there are some I shouldn't have even gone to do international business. There are some courses that is very, very well paid, and you even be working at home and you got well paid. You understand? I think that's the kind of course I should have gone, regardless of my dad's business, because I used that business. That's what emphasis I laid, and in quotes, the fact
Yeah.
that I have good information. You understand? So my intention was just come to UK, come to UK, you know, and they have that course study. So, but if I had my way, or I had like someone that guided me well, and like, omo, do networking, you can do mental and all that, you know. Or there's some administrative courses you can do, or even engineering courses you can do that can be giving you that can keep you in a very uh, high level, where you will be working comfortably and also be traveling comfortably as you wish. I would have swim into that, but because it's not as if I cannot use my certificate and get job now, but Israel, it's the job I will get compared with what I am doing. I think what I am doing will fetch me more money than any administrative job I can get with my,
Yeah.
unless I want to upgrade. You understand? Even now, I'm still thinking of going into those courses, but that's if I still have the brain, because men
Yeah.
are doing that.
I understand, man. I understand.
So
That's the
my
fact. I
life,
think we all do feel the same way, man. That's
yeah.
it.
So my life
Now
cannot
we no, we can't just do book. Anyway, it's still fine. I also have the belief that anyone can still go to school at any
be.
stage, try a different career at any stage,
Depends on
try a
what
different
is,
thing at any stage.
of course,
You
of
know,
course,
you
of
know.
course.
Now let's also look at now we've looked at the few wrong decisions. Now, what decision do you think you had right, spot on, when you got to the UK? You say, man, this is I took when I go to UK, or the right decisions you made when you got to the UK.
Actually, the right decision I made was to stay where I am, and again, the right decision I made was to continue my education, because at some point some backed out because they have arrived. So that some used the fact that because they just use that student channel to enter uni, to come to UK. So that same channel, they abandoned it and start pursuing money. So while I am pursuing money, I was also schooling. You understand? So I was
Yeah,
just going to kill two birds. So the best decision I did was to make sure to finish that course, regardless of the money involved, because some abandoned it because of money, because they couldn't be able to pay the school fees, so they were dropped. Some abandoned it because they think this is not the reason why they're in UK. The main purpose is money, hustling. So they abandoned it and pursuing money. And today now, they are even running helter skelter on how to get their feet, because even the school they
yeah,
cannot, even the work they cannot lay their hands for obvious reasons, you know. So, but I think the best decision I made was to continue my
your
education, and at
studies.
the same
Yeah,
time, yeah, and at the same time working. You know, it was not easy then, but I suffered myself to make sure that I got all of them. So at least now I can comfortably say that I achieved. Yeah. So it's a good decision. It's a good decision, and also the environment I found myself actually helped me, because it it really gave me a soft landing, and also I got information. So that is helpful. Because I think the basic thing in this UK, arriving is the first thing. Having a soft landing is second thing. Getting a necessary information is the last thing.
Yeah.
Because if you did not, if you are not where you can get information, you are lost. That's why I believe some people stays in abroad 8 years, 10 years, trying to stabilize or trying to know where to lay or where to start or where to do or what to do. But if you are in a very good circle where you can get a very good information, even all these people that press laptop, if you don't have an update or a very good information on what you are doing, you'll be stagnant.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
so when you have an update and with update, like this with very information, you'll be able to know where to channel your energy and where not to channel. You'll be able to know where you cannot waste your time and where some people waste their time. 2 years they are still on wasting their time doing a job that is not even granted. You know, leave what they're supposed to do and be chasing what they're not supposed to chase. So I think that's the my best decision. Also, just lies on the environment and the ability to make sure that I finish my masters and at the same time working.
That's really nice. Yeah, we cannot overemphasize on the importance of having good information, and that's the truth. And sometimes the friends you have around are very important. I know how
Of
it is
course,
also when I came to the UK. Some few friends may want to be holding information. Now you've heard that, see, almost there's a road here, and you are holding the update, and it's painful. It's very
very very.
painful
You will see
because,
that is people that will be holding that thing.
man,
This
it's
is
annoying. It's very
just one
annoying.
thing to get to where
You
they
know,
are.
this is not competition. If you don't
Yes.
share me the update, somebody else will have the update, and somebody
You
else
tell me.
will do it. Only you
And to
cannot do the job. Only you cannot make the money. It's a simple fact. You can't do it
the money
alone.
in UK, they can't carry it. Even in the next
Yeah,
generation, you can't carry it.
do you
So
understand?
that's what some people
I have
wish
some
to
few
honest.
guys there. You like, guy, how far? It be very annoying. Like, what are you doing? Can't you just come out plain? Can't you come
Yeah.
out plain? I'm not competing with you, man. I'm not competing with you.
It's just a
It's the,
mentality,
it's the truth. I'm not competing with you.
not a
If you
competitive one.
you succeeding does not stop me from succeeding. It's as
Yeah,
simple
and
as that.
the truth is that if you succeed, I succeed, and I
Eh?
give you an opportunity to succeed, you will not come and beg me. You will not
Yeah,
come and try to disturb my life. You will not come and
that
you will be
that is
happy.
it.
I will be happy. You are
That's
spending, you will spend.
spot on.
I will not run away from you. You will not be a liability to me.
Eh?
You understand? But some people, they will like you to be a liability, and they will also frustrate you, even when you're a liability, even when they
This
make you to
is
become a liability to them, they will still frustrate you because they will not be happy to give you that thing you want. So they
at
will not
all.
also give you an opportunity to do that thing they are doing that is
Eh?
giving them the money. So it's just a
I
mentality
think
thing.
it's a mind thing. So people like this idea of now only me they succeed, and it's very
Hmm.
wrong. Why will only you succeed? Why will
Let
only
me
you
be
succeed?
let me be the only the king.
Eh? Everybody failed. I'm the only wise one.
Hmm.
I'm the wise
So
one.
that, so that when they go home, they'll say, "Yeah, he's the only one hustling. He's the
You
only
know,
one that
it's
goes out to this
it's,
money."
it's really bad. It's very bad. Everybody,
Hmm.
the sky is very big. Everybody can succeed and be fine. It's that simple. There's no need of. It's really ridiculous. And I know when
It's
when 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 I
just
when I actually came in, I faced that here and there, and sometimes it used to be like, what are you? What is happening here? What is happening here? It doesn't really make any sense. You
actually
know,
frustrating.
you know. Now, there's something I want to add. There's always this debate here and there online. People talking a whole lot, like about coming to Nigeria, living in UK, Nigeria, and all that. Now,
Hmm.
one of that question I've always seen online every time is if someone have 20 million naira in his or her account.
Hmm.
Do what is your idea, what's your perception? Do you think that person should just remain in Nigeria, or the person should use that his money to travel abroad?
Well, your question varies. Um, it varies actually, but I will use myself for example because what is 20 million naira? That's the first question. If you are doing business or you are working that is giving you, in fact, the question should have been if you are working and you are paying and you are being paid 20 million naira every month.
Which job are you going to be paid 20 million every month?
That's what I'm
I,
trying
I,
to. No,
no,
that's what
like you have hustled over the years, and you have
and
been
the
able
only
to
thing you
save,
have is and
you
the
have
only
been
thing you
able to
have is
save 20 million naira. That's the question.
mhm.
It's not,
Okay,
there is no job is going to pay you 20 million naira every month.
okay,
You have
okay.
been able to hustle for like 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and now
Mhm.
you have 20 million naira in your account. You are looking for what to do with it. Should you use this to start a business in Nigeria, or should you use that money to travel abroad, come to UK?
A
That's
very
the
simple,
question.
a very simple answer. You use it to travel abroad because there's no more that 20 million naira. Put it in business, it will crash because there's no business moving. Even people are doing business now and it's crying in Nigeria. Nothing is going on. Nothing is flying. So the best decision, whoever, if it's me, I will, in fact, I will leave as soon as possible. If there, once there is an opportunity, even if it's going to finish that 20 million and for me to get myself here and get settled, of course, I will invest it.
Yeah.
Invest 20 million naira investment to come to UK. And if you settle, my brother, you're in UK, I'm in UK. 20 million naira is, I mean, how much in pounds? You
Yeah,
know,
I understand.
this is the money that you can make even in 3 months of home. You understand of your hustle. So you'll find out that the best decision is for you to use the money and come to UK. You will
You know,
make it times 10.
yeah. Most time
That
I always see that post online, and sometimes it's a bit like what is, a lot of comments and all that. Even I myself, I feel traveling abroad is also an investment. It's a business, just like people invest in business. You are waiting for ROI, return on investment. You have 20 million naira, you invest it on a project like traveling abroad, and
mm,
you make a return on on that project, on that your journey or traveling abroad.
and you have more profit.
That is how I feel about it. But a lot of
But,
people have different perception and idea about it.
that's what I wanted to say because everybody is not thinking. Do you
Yeah,
understand? Everybody is not thinking. And it takes a man in you to start yourself down and think properly. Because most people, even all these, I will not mention names, sha, but all
yeah,
these people that make money, does business, whatever they are doing to make money, and the children of our days or the people of our days now, we don't think because of what society has given us. We always try to show ourselves. We don't think tomorrow. You understand? We only think today. You see someone, a very small boy, make money. The next thing you see him, you go and buy a flashy car and go and rent a very good apartment. What is this? What is he telling you? He has arrived. And that is the only thing at that moment, that is the only thing that is kicking on his head. That is the only thing that is turning his brain. This is what he's thinking. That is why I said most of the children nowadays we don't think. You know, we think abstract things that cannot fetch you money back. But rather, we think of things than future. So we want to answer them today. We don't want to care if the name will last 5 years or even 2 years. But for today, he wants to be the king in that street or in that area. Some people make a lot of money. You see them go and buy a car of 20 million. Rent an apartment where they will be paying you 1 million naira every year, or 1.5 million naira every year. It's not as if that place you make that money is guaranteed. You understand? But
Yeah.
the fact that this is who I am today, that is the conclusion of everything. And that is why most of our youths are being wasted. You understand? Because for the fact that they do one or two business and money came or money flows, now they refuse to understand that whatever that happens, whatever business that you do, tomorrow might be crash. Now, what's left for you? Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's few, it's few that can probably go into land property business investment, because that's the only investment you can do. And maybe when you go broke, you can sell it. You understand?
Yeah.
So apart from that, most of them invest on fame. So when you invest on fame, even someone that saved up to 20 million naira, if he's not careful and he did not think wise, he will still waste the money. So you find out that it takes a lot for you to be a man. And for you to be a man, you got to think. If you don't have a proper thinking, you will fall out. You will have that fame, you will have that life, but for how long it will it last? Because we don't think about how it will last. Me, I always, in fact, I'm wired to be a step ahead. Do you understand? In everything I'm doing,
Mhm.
I'm thinking of the next tomorrow. I'm not thinking of that day. I save for tomorrow. I don't save for today. You understand? So even when I decided I am going to stay back in UK, it's for my kids and not for me, because I don't want them to suffer. You get my point? I don't want them to suffer. I also don't want them to see what I saw. They deserve a good life. So, and I know if I am there in Nigeria, I might not be able to meet up that expectation I have think of them. So I know the best route for now and for the way I have seen my country. I know that there is no future for all those kids. But still, that doesn't mean that my kids will grow up in UK.
Yeah.
I am
I think we will get to that. That's one of the questions I actually want to ask you. Now,
so
basically, there is a lot of narrative online. I always see it online that marriages suffer a lot when they migrate from when they migrate from Africa down to the UK. That marriages suffer a lot in UK. Why? Why will
well,
marriages that
yeah.
is blossoming in Africa come to UK and suffer in UK? Why?
Well, I cannot generalize on that, but I know with experience I have, it's not easy, even for one person to stay in UK and survive. Now, because of how the country has placed their economy and placed their system, it's not a place whereby you can just come and play and go. It's not like Nigeria, where you can do any manipulating, anything, any sort of business, anything, even killing, and go scot-free and make your money and start enjoying. So marriages falls apart or even not to survive. I can comfortably say it depends on the husband and wife. But if I should take on this category aspect of a husband and wife relocating to UK with their family is not a good idea. Is not a good idea per se, because it will take you a long years to get stabilized. Judging by my own experience, how I survived, and had it been I had a family here, I had kids here, my brother, I'll still be eating from hand to mouth, even though I'll be making the money. I'll be making the money, and the money will also be going back to the system. Number one, my analysis. I am just myself. I am paying as low as 500, 450 in a house that looks like even my kitchen in Nigeria is bigger than, but I don't care. So long as I have a roof. All right. Now, which is bills inclusive, because if it's bills different, that means it's gonna be above. So which is bills inclusive, which means both electricity, council, whatever is attached to that bill, and I am paying it. Hmm? Now, for you to be a family man, you have to rent an apartment that it most is a must, a flat, either 2 bedroom or 3 bedroom, right?
Yeah.
Now, the minimum you will pay is from 1,005 above, right? Depending on area where you are, which is excluded of council tax and electricity bill and gas bill, depending on how many flats you got. So if it's a family of five, of course, it's a 3 bedroom, all right? So now the question is, it's possible if husband and wife is working, they can be able to beat up all these things, but they will not be able to. In fact, their life will definitely depend on you. Okay? In fact, their life will relax in you until they get to a certain level. But to pick will be very, very difficult because they will be striving to survive. Because children will be going to school, and you as a man, you will have a restriction. You can't be working like me because I'm flexible the way I am now. But if you're a family man, you cannot be flexible. You should have time for your kids. It's a mandatory. And most times you see a husband coming back from work and their wife will meet them on the train station. They will exchange key, house key. The wife will be going, he will be coming back. When the man will be going to work, he will also meet the wife on the road. And for complete a month or 2 months, this is how husband and wife has been seeing. You don't even have time for your kids. Okay, if if you try to create time, that means you will restrict yourself from the number of hours you work. In other words, it's possible that you can, as a man, you can just work 2 to 3 days in a week and have the rest for your kids. Same thing with woman. So you find out that now most of the income you people will be getting will also be going back to the family. This is just a rent I'm talking about. It's not transportation. It's not, if you have a car, it's not a car maintenance. It's not even about the feeding in the house. Not to talk of extended families in Nigeria that will be calling you here and there. If there's a problem, even in your family, problem will definitely be coming. And as a guy that is in abroad, you cannot shy away from problem. You understand? You
Yeah,
better stay
absolutely.
comfortable. You
Absolutely.
better
That's it.
no, you cannot shy away from it. No matter how poor you are here, no matter how difficult things are facing you, there is a challenge that will come from your own immediate family. Eh? You have to go and borrow and at least put shame out of yourself. You don't understand? Because you have already left a bad country and came to a good country. So the question is, what are you doing there? Are you saying that you are not also doing well or the place you are is bad? You know, it's also shameful when your mates that your family also know sending money home, building house, buying cars for their people, but you are still here. Not even a bicycle you have bought in Nigeria, and they're asking you for money to prepare for a burial, to prepare for something. You say you don't have. So it's actually difficult to me. It's better off one person comes first, make the land, make the, how will I put it? One person should come and make everything suffer. One person should sacrifice, come first, do the sacrifice, pay the dues, get everything, get stabilized, then the rest will come. Now, what does it mean? It means that you are giving the rest a soft landing. Once they come, they will not, you already have enough savings that can even carry them for even a year. Do you understand? Because while you are working as a single guy, you are making a very good savings for your family. If you have family home, or even if you intend to marry. Because if you are a single guy here, and you definitely, before you know it, you have made enough money that you start thinking of getting married. So even if you get married to someone that is in Nigeria, and at least you can beat your chest that yes, you are bringing her up here because you know she will not suffer. And even when you bring her up here, you put her into the system because you have already understand the system. You have already know how the system works. So you are in a better position to put her through. And if she's making money, she will also be contributing, but not like she's be contributing, but you are already made. You understand? So whether she works or she's
Absolutely.
not, whether she works or she's not work, you can still keep the family running. Now, even if you can still beat your chest that you guys are ready to have kids. But because man, I am telling you, there are some husband and wife that come to UK without kids. Even when they come to UK, you know now in Nigeria, once you finish getting
Yeah.
married, the next thing is children. Everybody is expecting that pregnancy children, right? But you see husband and wife in UK here that just finished the wedding in Nigeria, maybe a year after their marriage, which the next thing is children, but they could not have that children. They now migrate to UK and start hustling. It will still take them 3 years to start, even 5 years to start their children. What's the reason? Because it's not a platform where you can just come and start bearing children. You know, because there are some things, if you people as a husband and wife can manage to stay in a self-con, be hiding. That's what my language says now. Be hiding. Because the rule is that one room, one person. You understand? Then if you want to be true, that means you have to go for studio or go for one bedroom apartment. So, but once there is a child, you people cannot dodge it. You people cannot hide it because even wherever you put bed, the hospital you put the bed, they'll be sending them nurses to come and check the condition of the child. And once they come and saw that you guys are in one room, you are in trouble. They will take away that child from you. What it means that you are not eligible to to have this kind of child. So uh, these are where things work. Not everything works perfectly. So you find out that now a family that doesn't have a very good financial backup will not survive. Now it also fails in the sense that in other angle where there is a very conflict between a husband and a wife because we have a tradition in our place.
Yeah.
And when it's where a man believes that a woman is supposed to be a supportive, and it also believed from a woman angle where there is a man supposed to take, a man is supposed to take his responsibility of his family, thereby catering for his family. So whatever that a woman brings in, or whatever a woman is earning, is for a woman. So it takes a good wife, a good woman, to know that this is the UK. Therefore, is a team, and whereby it's not a team, that marriage is bound to fail
Yeah.
because the man will die so long as UK is concerned. So some women does not understand that. they also have this African mentality that you supposed to pay the bills, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. Whether I'm working, I'm not working, I am your responsibility. Do you understand? And because they also know that they have a rank in UK more than a man. So they also know that they have a chances of even chasing you out from the house. So you now know that now is either you are in as a man or you are out. So some men, when you see that this kind of a thing coming, it's either you run for your life or you stay. And you stay and be dying inside it. That is why I'm telling you most families in UK are not happy, especially
Yeah.
Africans. But they will not come publicly and tell you because
Hmm.
of what our women are treating them. But still, that doesn't mean they are not. There are some that understand. That's why I say there are some wives that understand, that team up with their husband and make a very good couple, make a very good investment. I know that there are two husband and wives. I don't know how they are growing, how they are starting is. Nothing comes so easy. Definitely there will be ups and downs. But once you get over that stage and you probably team up with your husband to make a very good investment, that marriage is bound to last, you know. But because our mentality, our women mentality always that whatever you have as a man is for the family, then whatever she has is for her and her own family. So in that situation, you are killing the man slowly, but we don't understand. So in UK, it takes a strong, united couple to survive. But if you ask me, there is no point. I can't even advise any married couple in Nigeria to come to UK with the to come to UK together with the kids. Mm-mm. It's not advisable. You see UK here. It's just good. It's just good because of the money. There is nothing in here. Even people that have even the British people, they don't have a life. There is no life. We know how we work. Everybody works like a jackie. And the more you work, the more you pay bills. If you could not work, if the bills were piling up. So it's not. I didn't see it like where if you bring your children immediately, you've given them hope. No, you can give them hope when when you must have make it, when you must have known the system, when the system must have known you, when they must have grown to a certain level. If they are coming because this is why I'm coming here. But if you bring them at the tender, my brother, it's a 50-50. In fact, it's a 60-40. I can't believe it's a 50-50. It's a 60-40. The 60, the 60% is the fact that you might not even be proud of your kids. The 40 even say there's a chances you will have them. So I see it as an avenue where you can come as a man, unless he's a strong woman, as a man. Even if it takes two of you to come and live there, but you have to be sure that you are coming with the right person.
Yeah.
That
Very
have
important. Very, very important.
the same mindset you have. Do you understand? That
Yeah.
can form a team. Because once there is a team in between both of you, there is nothing you people cannot achieve. Because why I say
Hmm.
drop the kids must be a barrier. There are some places they might give you a shift. If you remember, you have kids at home, you decline. And those places might be a very good money. Do you understand? But because you know that some family guys, they are borrowing money. They borrow. I will borrow because I know they will still give me. But they are relying on those money they are being paid. I can,
That's
I can go anywhere to work,
yeah,
but the family man,
that's true.
and I got paid and I got well paid. But the family man will just remain on that location where he is. He can't go far because when you remember you have kids at home, you can't leave them and live for you. For how long will you leave them? And they'll start calling you. And you know what it means. And let it be that they are started going to school and they now know the system, who to call and who not to call when they're in their difficult times. You're in trouble, man. You know, so the best thing is for you to lay a very good background for them. Then by the time they come, and also let them get acquainted with their culture, with their country. You know, bringing them out early is not something ideal because they won't know anything back home. The country will influence them. The country will change them. The country will make them understand this is a home. The country will give them everything as a child because in fact, you are not into to children here. So the country will make them more comfortable, more reliable. So by the time they'll be turning 20 and you're asking them to come back home, or more, you will not hear her. She will say she's not coming back. By the time she comes back and our son hits her 5 times, she will run back. And by that time, you must have been talking about retirement. And when you now retire home, who are you going to stay with? By that time, to marry again will not start hungering you because you are not.
No, that's a very nice one. No, now I want to also look at the some financial mistakes that people make, or what do you think? Do you think car financing is a financial mistake or a wise move?
Well, hmm, I'm not actually a kind of that kind of person that believes in car finance. I'm not a credit person. I don't like owing for a long time because it's always giving me the signal that I'm working for somebody. In as much as I'm enjoying that thing, but once I'm being paid, is I'll be feeling bad because I know that money is going to somebody. Do you understand? So
Yeah,
I rather have that money to purchase that thing and start working for myself again. I enjoy working for myself because after suffering at the end of the month or at the end of the week, once I hear a lot, gum, I will beat my chest that I worked for it and the money is in a right place. But if I am on a loan and the money came and left, I will start crying. So this has been my mentality. So it's an individual differences. Anyway, I cannot condemn it per se.
yeah.
But me, I don't I don't. It's not my thing. It's not my thing in the sense that I believe that what you are. How would I use it now? No, let me use my language. I'll try and translate it in English. How
Yeye
people say.
bano, yeye bano, yeye bano.
So, our people say that "Okoloni elu wala ndiye ga-evuru ya, ovuru ma ọgọ bịa." So what it means is that something that you are not up to and you went and carry it. When the breeze will come, the breeze will carry you and that thing and chase out. So if you know that even back home you are not even in time you in times five you cannot buy a Jaguar a G car now because you are in UK and you know because there's a finance and you now went and carried it. and now put yourself in a very serious tight corner that you are earning 1,000 naira every month, and what you'll be leaving in your account every month is 800. My brother, who you help? Who are you impressing? Eh? You are not impressing
I
anybody.
think I love that analysis.
There's a lot of people, there's a lot of us. You see them driving a very huge car. It's a finance, my brother. Nobody, you won't know that nobody can count 22,000 pounds and go and buy a car. But you become on a debt. Whereas you can still buy a car of 2,000 naira. This is United Kingdom. Nobody, you are not in Nigeria. Even if you are driving a bicycle, nobody cares. I believe on my own person, if I watch this, I can buy it by my money. Because I can, people, you are doing my one. We need to be a business minded person. Do you know what is finance? Finance is that you are making money for somebody through your own money. Because finance, this person have this thing. This thing is in the market, 300 naira. And I'm giving it for you as a finance, as a loan. And I add extra 200 naira on it. And I sell it 500 to you. Pay me in instrumental. In 6 months, what have I made? I have made 200 pounds. Through you, through your own hard earned money. But you just take it home and be enjoying. But I will make money on top of it. So why will I be hustling and somebody will stay in his house and I'll be giving him money just like that? So it's not making any sense. I can understand the mortgage because it's also a business. But my car is not a business. Car is a necessity in life. I can't buy car 1,000 naira and sell it 1,000 again. It's not possible. Once I buy it, the value will drop.
Mhm.
The value will definitely drop. All right. So what's the point? The point because you see guy when you analyze British whites, when you analyze them very well, you find out that most of them they do things according to their capacity. They don't pressure themselves. They don't push further unless they know they're worth it. Take people that are driving expensive cars. I mean white. You find that these are the people that have already made, if not footballers, celebrities. You will still see somebody that is making big money than you. He will be driving a Volkswagen. You understand? And that is why I cannot go for because I'm helping somebody to grow his wealth. So I should be also be thinking how to also make people to grow my own wealth and not helping others because you keep helping because you think you are making the money, but they are making the money in a soft life, but you are making your own money in a hard way. And also helping the same person that is enjoying that starts in his room and be receiving income from you while you go and labor. These are the things that people sit down and think and check. If you want to be a businessman, you need to also think on how to make people to invest in you and not you investing your own money to people. Because omo, there are so many things you can lay your hands. There are so many cars you can lay your hands on with small money, and that car will be serving you the same way that finance car is serving. There's no difference. The only difference is that this one is this one is a big car. This one is a luxury car. This one is just a casual car. But all of them serve the same purpose. Because wherever you went, I went there. Wherever you arrive, if you arrive in 10 minutes and I arrive in 5 minutes, it's still the same thing. You answer present, I'll answer present. But you can't even use it to impress a woman because whether you drive limousine here, is who will like you. They don't care about what you drive. Not like in our home now. You use a beater to impress a woman. Not in UK, yeah. You understand? So I don't actually believe in that finance. But still it works for people anyway.
Yeah.
But if you give me money to use for to if you said I should use money for finance for a mortgage, I will go for it. Reason, even if I use money to get it and I finish paying, my brother, if I want to sell it, I'll still sell it more than that money you added on top of me to get that house.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right, man.
Because I can tell you that I know someone that bought a house of 200, not his physical money. He borrowed. He paid and paid interest, right? And when he wants to sell it, he borrowed, bought a house, and renovate it, and now sell it times two of what he bought it, even including
Yeah.
the interest.
Hmm.
So he
I
made
agree with
somebody
you.
he made somebody rich, and he also make himself rich. Do you understand? So
Very,
he's
very.
not for fame. Very he made he do business. Let me tell you, you see Peter Obi, that man called Peter Obi in Nigeria that wants is from my country, is from my state, Anambra State. He started his career in United Kingdom. There's a day I listened to him. He said the United Kingdom made him who he is today. He was he was living on a loan, but he was paying, using the money to invest on a good business. And that business is offsetting the loan and you keep collecting. And UK loves UK banking system or any money system, any money lending system loves returning. Once you borrow and pay back, they will be happy to give you more. Once they give you more and you collect and pay back again, they will happy to give you more at interest rates low. So if you know what you want and what you think, for leave fame, look for a very good business that you know that can be giving you a return. You are in a very good place to take the loan. As long as you have a very good credit score, you can make money from this institution, this country, and back home. The only thing you need to do is to think, open your eyes, knows those things. You can pick money here, go into real estate. I'm reviewing a secret. You can pick money here, go into a real estate, invest properly, and be using the returns. You'll be paying it small, small, oh, but when it gives, when the one you invested gives you a good return, you bring it back, offset the one you are servicing, and take a bigger one of the one than the one you took before.
Can you hear me?
There's no Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. All right, man. It's been quite fantastic, man. Yeah, seriously. I think
There's no big competition.
we've exhausted everything. So thank you so much for your time, Ifeanyi, and trust me, is really fantastic.
You're welcome.
And thank you so much. Hopefully we catch you up again the next time and we get to talk more. Yeah. So now here the recording for end. I'll come on this part. I go end this recording now. Not close your app because it go they upload. They go cloud. You understand? How many percent your own? They my own now they 99%. What be your own percent?
9% as well.
Okay, fantastic. So you just wait, make it hit, make it hit complete. So that will be all. Thank you, fine man.